What's going on, everybody? Gustav the 13th here with another video. We actually did get the Acguy TB, or the raid one, which when we get into some other things, I do have another dumbass nickname for it. But let's check this one out. It's the raid version of the Acguy TB series over on console. So unlike the general version, right off the bat, we have the arm-mounted Vulcans. A lot of the stuff on this suit is just relying on the internal stuff. So you have arm-mounted Vulcan. This actually has 2 different barrels on it and has a decent amount of accumulation, 80 shots on it. Still maintaining that range of about 300, so pretty good reach overall. So, of course, because this is a raid though, and even though we're still at like, well, I guess it's also not really a big deal, but we do have 2 melee on this. We have an emitter that's a single one that actually has a thrust on it, and a big overhead downswing for the dual sabers, which also, the neutral on this is really weird. I guess the closest thing that I can equate it to, if I remember right, is that it brings them in and it fans them out a little bit, like the, I think the Cubile has a similar one for its neutral. It looks really weird. It looks like it should just be a downswing. But we had the rocket head launchers, much like the general one does. So same ASL kind of shit going on with that. 250 range on these. 8 shots. Still do the 2-round bursts. And then we have the goofy goober thing for the suit. So they call it RL gel. It's ×2. It's an emitter for. It's weird that it has a range of 5 meters, but I'm assuming that's just the general area around the suit. I don't think you can actually give someone else this. But what it does is the Frizzle skill is activated temporarily after using this weapon. And we should probably skip to what that means right away. We'll just mention it when we go through the rest of the skill stuff. But Frizzle. While the Frizzle is deployed, damage taken from enemy attacks is reduced, and damage reactions and attacks other than toppling attacks or tackles is reduced. Also, level is increased for the stealth skill, and fire spreading effects are negated. But movements are affected by drift. So you got a lot of resistances going here. I don't know if this was incidental or not, but like, depending on what you're actually trying to mash into somebody, if you get them on a knockdown, there were a couple instances of them having the Frizzle on, and we just weren't able to finish them. Like, I'm trying to go and chop them with melee, all this other stuff, just like very, very reduced. Literally getting up like on a sliver as a result, shit like that. So pretty interesting though, and the movement effect, you can kind of equate it a little bit to Scooty suits, you know, DOMs, things like that, but it's more like you're just walking on ice, or you're just slipping around a lot. I joked a little bit that this is like the Hakan Larper, because you're literally just oiling yourself up and sliding around while you have this shit on. But let's reel it back a little bit and talk about the general stats and other skills that this has. So 300 cost ground only. Ground and water compatibilities, of course. Unfortunately, that water stuff not really going to come into play because we don't have a lot of water-based maps. But from the top, we have 15k health. Ballistic resistance, beam resistance, and melee resistance are all 10 on this version. Range strength is 15 and melee strength is 15 as well. Movement speed is 130. Top speed is 190 for high-speed movement, and thruster gauge is 60, while turning speed is 57. Looking at the parts slots, we have close range at 7, medium range at 7, and long range at 6. So not a whole lot of wiggle room here. It is a lower cost suit, so I guess that kind of figures, but it's just something to keep in mind. Thankfully, they weren't crazy, and they still let it have priority 3. Typical Acguy stuff there. I didn't think that was ever going to change. Going into our skills, though, we have Electric Shock Absorber 2, Assault Booster 2, Emergency Evasion System 1, Anti-Blast Stabilizer 1, High Performance Balancer 1, Force Injector 1, Melee Combo Controller 1. This is a little bit odd to me. I kind of figured we would have Melee Combo Controller 2, at the very least, just because it's a raid. I guess because you have 2 melee, you can get away with it a little bit, especially when you see the ready-up time differences between the 2 melee when we get into our practicing and some other things. So, like, maybe that's why they just wanted to space it out, especially because, you know, it is a stealth suit. It does have anti-jamming and special hit buffer for 10%. The Frizzle we already discussed, and aquatic mobile shooting, which you more than likely probably will never use. Unless you're like in a sewer somewhere for like city ruins or whatever, you know. They did bring back underground a little bit for rated, which was nice. For the rated randoms. So hopefully that becomes a bit more common. I'd appreciate that at this point. But that is all for this. Let us check out the enhancements. So we got complex expansion slot right out of the gate for 190, anti-ballistic enhancement for 380, melee armor reinforcement for 570, AP 80 PA, so +1 to a melee modifier for 950. And then the two that you can unlock, I think this is the same as the general, right? Explosive handling assist and increased security for 1900 and 2850 respectively. Still running the silver unlocks, yada yada yada. Not bad. Definitely a little bit more of a simpler kit for this one. Still very aggressive. At the same time, you do have this thing running around, and some people even during like clans or other things are still running Acguy. But I feel like when you're, especially when you have the Frizzy Yard, you get a lot of advancement and stuff in the movement for this thing. So let's show off some of that real quick when we get into this practice round. And hopefully you see what I mean when we talk about some of these and how it all works in tandem, you know? Come on. Hoodie up. Okay. So first things first here, let's check out the general. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 shots for that stun with the accumulation on there. Pretty good rate of fire there. Then we of course have the rocket launchers, which you can do while advancing. You get 2 of them. Get a pretty good leap for that dual saber. The neutral is just that. And unfortunately, you get this really awkward big swing, kind of like how they did on the general one as well. Not awful, not great. And then of course, let's try to go to a different area for this part. But we'll show off the Frizzy Yard. One thing that I have done is I've affectionately and stupidly named this thing the Frizzle Rizzle, or the Frizzle Rizzle, because of the fucking name itself. It's just got really weird movement, so like it really is like you're on ice, but you do get a lot more momentum and movement from your melee when you're trying to nail people, which is good for getting that extra pursuit on people. But if you're not too careful, especially when you have to wait for the dual sabers to ready back up, you might get yourselves in trouble. So try to space it out with something else. Maybe bring out your gun, or try to reset the stun with your missiles, something like that. You know, you do have other things to busy yourself with before you have to like reset yourself for this, which is nice. Depending on, and also keep in mind that the Frizzy Yard itself only lasts for a little while, so try to pay attention to the graphic on you, because when you do take it off and when it's gone, your movement rate's gonna change a lot. There have been a couple times where I've been in this and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have that distance and I'm gonna close in on them, and then I'm like, oh, I just suddenly stopped, right? Because I'm trying to do like a sliding neutral or whatever, and it's like, well, that's not gonna work. Okay, usual stuff here. This thing's no Acguy by any stretch of the imagination when it comes to how much the down swings and all that should do. You can do a little bit, as you can see there, progress-wise, but like the missiles are still gonna be your primary way to contribute with this. The machine gun, yeah, you're not really gonna see a whole lot of result from that. If you really are hard up and think that you can help, just throw out your missile. But besides that, you're mostly just gonna be, you know, popping the frizz, running at people, making sure that you can get the jump on them, and mind your mind your momentum around corners, especially if you're on Arctic. Be a little bit careful of how you're handling mid, because it's, you know, you got a lot of different edges and weird shit. It's pretty easy to fall off. But it is a neat suit. I like the kind of weird technical shit that people are probably going to get up to because of this extra like range of movement that it can do when it has the Frizzle Rizzle up. But overall, despite all that, this is a pretty simplistic suit. If you're already used to having 2 melee raids in your general rotation and you just like doing the low cost stuff, this is a pretty easy choice. Obviously there's some other stuff at this cost that has, like, you know, shotguns, no fun, you know, instant knockdown kind of shit. In general, I would say a lot of the other choices that you have at this cost are a lot more immediately potent. But this one in general, I think, kind of scratches an itch of just kind of being a goofy fun suit while also still having the output to put itself in there competently, because, you know, everything at this cost is very low defense, very low health. It's kind of hard to defend yourself against someone who's just like viciously hacking away at you. But, you know, take some time to try to learn the movements, because as you're seeing here, like, I'm sliding around. I can catch them with side swipes and stuff if I overshoot a little bit, but like, you really are just trying to get some of the pokes and big swings like that, as always. But we do have some matches that we got in here from yesterday. I think the one that I was going to choose was actually on Colony, I want to say. I accidentally recorded too much and had one from Arctic. I might put that one up later. But either way, we're going to have that example match up right around here.
Prepped and ready for battle.
It's kind of hard to say if this one in particular is super worth it. Some of the goofy shit that you can do with the Frizzle Rizzle actually activated is cool. It does seem like, even though there's a little bit of extra time on the ready for the dual sabers, that stun locking people and kind of just glancing them before you get in with the downswings is a little bit more preferred, just to keep that steady melee damage, because you can slide around people like that.
Commencing operation.
I think the thing that I'm thankful for is that they didn't make it a little bit too different. They still let it have the head missiles and stuff, because that's a very good lead-in. Especially for the fact that they have ASL. My baby's down here. Frizzle Rizzle. Like I have a lot of advance with that. But Scooty suit rules, right? Oh my lord. Gotta get my ass now. That's not nice. Yeah, he's got the same two barrel MG thing going on. What's up, buddy? Censored.
An ally marked an enemy unit. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Capture bacon. We got D. We already got B.
Beacon captured.
I think this is the reason to support, but it's because it has to aim the missiles weird. Oh, like they have a really weird trajectory. Yeah. You can see it when they go out like that.
An ally lost an enemy unit. That mobile suit won't last much longer.
That's not what I want, though. Where's my baby? There's my baby. No, they're not gonna let me get my baby. Oh. So I gotta watch out for the red markings. That's what I'm looking for.
Where and how will you redeploy?
Maybe I try to grab C with that suit. Maybe? They might have gone back up, actually. They're not capping right now.
Fire incoming. Clear the area. Get out there and try again.
Oh, the fire!
Supporting fire complete. Supporting fire hit the enemy. Don't press the advantage.
The Frizzle Rizzle does not protect against that.
An ally marked an enemy. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Oh, wait. Oh, he's doing the thing! How could you? Eh? That's a little bit confusing. No, ow, ow, ow. Get away from me, stupid. You're fucking it up.
The supporting fire missed the enemy. An ally marked an enemy unit.
Yeah, I'm getting sneezed on.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
That is one thing. With the Frizzle Rizzle on, especially when it gets clusterfucky, you're kind of at the mercy of the other suits. Because it's not the same as, like, regular scootiness. It's, like, legit, they're just pushing you on a block of ice, and you're like, oh, oh. Hold on a moment. No, I choose. No. I kind of want to go in here, but I don't know where my baby is. Smack. Oh, my baby. Oh.
Enemy mobile suit. You've taken some light damage.
Yep. Good. Wait a minute. Almost 3K on a neutral. Bye. Bye. Uh-oh. Hey. Ah. Smack.
Looks like things are going our way. Get out there and try again.
Alrighty.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Oh, he's gonna plant.
The enemy base is under attack.
I do like that they had these missiles though. You can at least contribute a little bit with that, which is pretty nice. I shouldn't have used all of them though. Might whip up. Oh my god! No! Ooh. Nah. My body. Yeah, those have been coming back in full force. Fucking test types are running around now. Gutting people still.
Long range supporting fire.
As now they're dealing with suits that rely more on
Supporting
like offhand stuns and accumulation while they're already boosting around.
Get out there and try again. An allied unit destroyed. An ally marked an enemy unit.
Yeah, baby. Ooh.
1 minute left.
Where you going, bud? Oh, no. Nah, where am I going? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. No, I choose no. My baby. No. No. I must defeat. I must get the recon. I still want to try out the recon type at some point. I don't know if we're gonna have enough time to really get it without wailing, but like, it seems neat. I like the cap skill on it.
Get out there and try again. Allied unit destroyed. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile. The mission is over. Well done, everyone. You earned this victory.
Yeah, Frizzle Rizzle, a little bit weird. Still has that output on it though. I think I'm gonna be a little bit more curious to see as usage for these maybe or maybe not tapers off, how it handles some other supports that aren't just the support version of itself. But for right now, not bad. This is just too hard to aim.
Here are your rewards for this battle.
Okay, so that was our run in the Frizzle Rizzle over here. Pretty neat. I do like the one that we put up just because it shows off some of the other like things going on when we're actually trying to focus on using that extra movement from the Frizzy Yard. Even if some of those matches weren't like super crazy in terms of our output, I think this can still contribute pretty well. Also, did that only do a single? Oh, it did. Does this actually not do it? I might have said that and been completely wrong. Hold on. I'm gonna double check. No, it did do 2. Maybe when it's just staggered out like that, it doesn't? I don't think I canceled out of it. But like, there's still 2 more shots left. Right? Yeah. I don't know, maybe I did cancel out of the other one when it made contact or got stunned. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. But in general, I do like the suit. I'm still trying to get the support. I have a bad feeling that I'm not going to be able to get it before the banner is gone. Just because I already wailed to get further into this one for the raid. And also for the general to get it on Gus for clans and stuff. Which, funny enough, I only did a couple matches in that. But I don't know. There's been a little bit of a mixed reception on the support one as well, so if we do get it, I will do a video. If not, then in general, just tell me how you guys have been feeling about it in the comments and just about the TB Acguy drop as a whole. I feel like this has breathed a good amount of new life into low cost, and I hope that we have some other entries at around this cost in the future. And if not here, then maybe just like 350, 400, that sort of thing. I don't think we're really going to see anything necessarily at 250 or 200 anymore. And to be honest, the way that they've phased it out, I'm kind of okay with that. But, you know, we may see some stuff. Maybe some, if they actually do go ahead with like origin level things at some point, you know, if there's ever a leak or whatever that indicates that notion, we might see something like that. But until then, this has been Gustav the 13th talking about the TB Acguy raid. Hopefully I'll see you guys over in the next one. And good luck if you're spinning for these.